Have you ever been touched in a way you didn't want to be and not know what to do? Have you ever been followed home and not know what to do? Many of my friends have, and so many other people have. Hello, my name's Amelia, and I'm going to be talking about what schools can do to make the world safer for women and how they can prevent sexual harassment in them. I'm 12 years old. Being only 12 years old means I haven't had to worry about my safety before because I've always had someone to protect me. Now that I'm older, I'm starting to worry about it. When walking from the bus stop to my parents' office, or even walking the dogs, I'm always conscious of my safety, as I suppose many other students are. What scares me even more is the fact, as I said earlier, that some of my friends have been followed home and not know what to do. This led me to think maybe schools could introduce basic safety tools in learning, such as self-defense classes, to keep women safer. But then I thought, why? Why should we have to be taught how to defend ourselves? Why should we have to worry about walking somewhere alone? We should be able to walk somewhere without the fear of attack. Now, my family's English, so I watch the British news. For those of you who haven't heard about the awful death of Sarah Everard, I will do a quick recap. Sarah Everard was a 33-year-old woman who was wrongly arrested by a policeman. She was then raped and murdered by him. And guess what she was doing? She was walking home alone in a park. This tragedy prompted an outcry in the UK, and many young girls and women started sharing their stories. Reading those stories and reports, I saw that 2 in 5 women under the age of 18 are said to be harassed. Think about that for a minute. 2 in 5 women. That's unacceptable. This also prompted Ofsted, the Office for Standards in Education, to do an emergency investigation. It showed that harassment in schools has become a normality and that many schools aren't doing enough to prevent it. Now, when a boy twangs a girl's bra strap, they have to be told, no, that's not acceptable, not just, oh, boys will be boys. Or when someone is touched inappropriately, they have to be told, no, that's not acceptable, not just, it doesn't matter, or she was asking for it. Now, I met with the head of pastoral at my school because I think schools can do even more to prevent sexual harassment. And some schools are taking steps towards that, such as the British School of Málaga, where I met with the head and she said that they have a protocol to deal with harassment. This reassured me, as it did many other students, but schools can do even more to prevent it. But what does this education mean that schools can play a key role in? Does it mean telling women, don't dress provocatively? Hold your keys in your hand just in case. Just in case of what? Why should we have to not dress however we want? We should be able to dress in anything, and we're not asking for it in the way we're dressing. So I think there are key things, but small things, which schools can do to prevent sexual harassment, such as an awareness campaign, where schools can hold an awareness campaign for women to share their stories and they feel safe. To review sex and relationship education, so it's not that one-time awkward thing, which I'm sure many of you think it is. And Columbia University showed that an extensive education in this topic prevents many students from assault when they leave school. They could do presentations where you could see and you get more familiar with the topic. Teaching boys and girls from a younger age. Around the age of 10, young boys and girls start to develop gender and social normalities, so this would be a good time to start teaching them. Start a feminist group where women can share their ideas or worries and stories, but most importantly, feel safe in doing so. You can introduce QR codes around the school, such as this one from an American high school, where students can scan and anonymously report their worries and receive help, their questions and receive answers. But also teach teachers, because if they don't know what to do, then how are we supposed to know? And if they don't know how to deal with it, how are we supposed to know? And how are they supposed to help us? Now, schools can't do everything, Parent involvement is also key, but schools can help here too. They can hold assemblies for parents and their kids so they can ask questions and show presentations and everyone gets more familiar with the topic. Now, I want you to think for a minute. What's your school doing? And is it enough? Thank you for listening.